My name is Lon Bless. I am advocating for the fact that there are bad US actions, but in truth, they are not bad. In July 2018, US President Donald Trump followed through on months of threats to impose sweeping tariffs on China for its alleged unfair trade practices. President Donald Trump began setting tariffs and trade barriers on China with the goal of forcing it to make changes to what the US says are unfair trade practices and intellectual property theft. Over the months that have followed since the two countries have been embroiled in countless back and forth negotiations, a tit for tat tariff war introduced foreign technology restrictions, fought several WTO cases, consequently leading US China trade tensions to the brink of a full blown trade war. These are some of the actions that the United States took. On January 22nd, President Trump announced tariffs on solar panels and washing machines because of their large import amount. In 2017, 8% of solar panels were imported from China, and in 2015, a total of 1.1 billion US dollars worth of washing machines came from China. On March 1st, the White House announced steel and aluminum tariffs on imports from all countries, and 3% of the steel was imported from China. Based on Section 301 of the Trade Act of 1974, the United States Trade Representative, through the instruction of President Trump on March 11th, carried out an investigation and applied tariffs on 50 to 60 billion US dollars worth of Chinese goods, stating that the proposed tariffs were a response to the unfair trade practices of China over the years, including theft of US intellectual property. President Trump announced on March 29 that he would impose a 25% tariff on 50 billion US dollars of Chinese goods with industrially significant technology. The full list of products affected be announced by June 15th, and he was also going to impose investment restrictions and enhanced export controls on certain Chinese individuals and organizations to prevent them from acquiring US technology. These are indeed bad actions taken by the US, but uh, the truth is they are not bad because this is the only way a big economy like China can feel the impact of the trade war. If the United States used weaker measures, then they could have not succeeded to have China on her knees. These actions meant that there will be trade diversion, and other countries will benefit from increased export into the American market. Though there are economic disadvantages of trade war, but the fight is necessary so that the US government won't have a deficit. The trade war has impacted American consumers the most. The ongoing US China trade war has resulted in a sharp decline in bilateral trade, higher prices for consumers, and trade diversion effects. That is, increased imports from countries not directly involved in the trade war. US companies have passed on the rise in cost due to increased tariffs on to consumers. Therefore, it is very vital to stop China from further exploitation and theft. The US actions are not bad because this has caused China to have an agreement with the US known as the Phase 1 Agreement. According to this agreement, which concerns tariffs, trade deficit, currency manipulation, intellectual property, and dispute settlement compliance, China has agreed to purchase more US products and services by 200 billion US dollars over the next 2 years. This is expected to double US exports to China, especially in the sectors of agricultural goods, energy, pharmaceuticals, and services. Figures for US exports to China are estimated to reach 40 billion US dollars annually from the previous 24 billion US dollars in 2017. The agreement includes China commitment to eliminate any pressure for foreign companies to transfer technology to Chinese firms as a condition of market access. Separate Chinese commitments to transparency, fairness, due process in administrative proceedings, and to have technology transfer and licensing take place on market terms are also included. Therefore, the United States actions are not bad because China has come to a phase one agreement with them, and this agreement addresses all the various issues raised by the United States government. Yeah, that is true because uh, the actions of the United States seem to be hard, but this is the only way for the United States to stop the exploitation of the United States by China, because China has said a lot of things in favor of the Chinese economy, and it's also making the American economy to go down. So, thank you for listening.